Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Independent Wrestling Press Conference of 2020.
The Independent Wrestling Press Conference was an absolute blast. As executive producer, there was so much to juggle that it all came off without a hitch.
From my experience working and being at the conference, I felt very comfortable and everything. Everyone was very open. I had great conversations. It really felt important to hear what everyone's point of view about the wrestling business was.
And today we have some of the best companies in independent wrestling today. New York is now the new hotspot for indie wrestling, and it's thanks to every one of these people sitting around me today.
We all grew up watching old school WWF, old school NWA, something that we would sit down with our family, grandma, grandpa, father, mother, brother, sister, everybody. And we would watch the wrestling for an hour or two, and we all bonded, laughed, and we all hated this person. We knew this person was the bad guy, this person was the good guy. During the years, we lost that family feeling. Every company that's here represents their own style of wrestling, their own style of company, and their own rules and regulations.
And now, without further ado, the latest creation brought to you by IWW Management. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Purple Heart Invitational.
Well, we're a giving company. We like to give back to all the companies. We're doing charities with Children's Hospital. We're working with autism, the Atlas Foundation of Autism. So every t-shirt that we sell, we always make sure they get a profit back because they deserve it more than we do.
Nice.
Leiomyosarcoma took my wife 11 years ago. I have two kids. One of them had just turned 13 and the other one was 9. Okay? I am giving back to this foundation. Okay? I am going to have the president of the foundation also come down from Colorado just to see what wrestling is. Okay? Again, I am not a typical promoter. I just know what goes on behind the scenes and everything because I work for all these different companies.
I am the general manager of One Division Pro. Originally, we were 360 Pro Wrestling, but the reason why we changed our name is because we found out that there's a 360 Pro Wrestling in Texas and also in Australia. So we decided to change the name so we could have something different that nobody else has. And there's also a meaning behind the name, which I'm going to explain. Now, basically, One Division Pro is exactly that. One division. There's no women's division and no men's division. We are one division. That means the men will wrestle the women. The women will wrestle women, and the men will wrestle men. Everybody is equal in one One Division Pro.
Honey Safety Wrestling is actually bringing pro wrestling back into reality to where that it is wrestling. Concepts, storylines, everything that makes pro wrestling will return back. Again, touching on the fact, they'll say no shoes, no shirt, no service, no gear, no boots, no ring.
Because I look in that locker room and there's nobody. Hey, get your hands off me. Get your damn hands off me. Listen, listen. April 11th, I am coming to IWW and I'm going to show everybody why I am the Thunderheart of professional wrestling.
FTW has been around for a long time, over 10 years, and they've done some great things in this business. And no matter what's going on with them, let's just all, be there for them and show some respect and some support for them.
Another question right there. Take this into the mind of your promoter, the owner of the company. How does this mind work to make this company flourish the way it is?
Flourish? Makes it better? Everybody.
building for each other.
On February 15th, I went to my first conference. I learned a lot from all these other companies.
The press conference was an absolute amazing experience. It's like a little family reunion of those that you haven't seen in like forever and help bring the love of pro wrestling back to where it belongs.
Independent Wrestling Press Conference 2020 was definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Independent Wrestling Press Conference of 2020 was nothing more than extravagant, breathtaking, and it just gave everyone a chance to show what they're made of. But at that press conference, I made a proclamation. I, Casey Lycan, am not afraid to smite the gods of wrestling.
That had to be one of the most professional run and well-organized events that I have been in quite some time. Kudos to you guys for pulling it off. Much respect.
I was overwhelmed by the level of unity that we all experienced in such an environment where that luxury is not always featured.
This weekend on the 15th of February was very important to my career. I'm Hank Flanagan, and everybody should really know that I'm a big money fighter. I was dressed to the nines because it was an important event. I spoke my mind, spoke my heart, and it showed.